Welcome to this live webcast from the Stratford Shakespeare Festival lobby, and I'm here today with Laurence Boswell, who is the director and also the translator and adapter of Fuente Ovejuna in this season. Hello, Laurence.
Hello, Antoni.
Okay. We're going to go in a moment to have a look at the process of putting together the music that Laurence has gone through with Ed Henderson, his composer, for this production. And music plays a very big part in this work, in Lope de Vega's work.
Yes, it does.
Yeah.
He fills the play with songs, and we've amplified that and added music, and it's a very full musical show.
Great. Well, I'm looking forward to this. When we show this to you, you can also add any questions, come up with any questions that you'd like, send them our way. We'll be collecting them here. And when we come back, Laurence will be here to answer the questions that you may have. So here we go. Ed Henderson and Mr. Laurence Boswell.
Hello. This is Ed Henderson, who's a man in his own right.
Yes, and this is Laurence Boswell, who's Bill's brother.
I'm Bill's brother.
Who's working with Bill's brother.
I'm proud to be working with Bill's brother.
Yeah, yes. Laurence is the translator of Fuente Ovejuna, and the adapter. Do you call it translation, adaptations, and because
Versions.
versions? Yeah, because to translate, so
You can't do it literally.
You just can't do it literally.
No, it doesn't make sense.
Yeah, well, then it's really dry.
Yeah.
No?
Yeah. Ed Henderson, the great composer who I'm working with on this show. When we were working on some of the songs, like one of the first, in fact, the first song that we collaborated on was a song which is called "The Poet in His Study," and it's a song that Mengo, who's the kind of buffoon of the play, the comic, the gracioso in the Spanish Golden Age, the fool in the Shakespearean sense. He sings this wonderful song in which he says it's to put poets in their places. It's a song which compares poets with pastry chefs, and it's a very comic song. And I sent Ed a set of lyrics, and he composed music to go with the lyrics. And then, I can't remember how many, but probably 50 different emails swapped back and forth between us, because it's like a kind of marriage. You're bringing music and words together, and once you have the music, you usually find you can drop words out, because the music does it for you. And I tend to write lyrics in a slightly too literary way to start with, and then the more you can lean on the music, the more you realise you can use colloquial language and you can leave gaps. Poet in the Study we did,
Yeah.
what did we, let's do, I'll see if I can remember some of the bad lyrics for Poet in the Study. There was a big debate on the chorus, wasn't there?
There was, yeah.
So, it's like the poet in his study, as he sits and has a go.
Tugging at his sticky verses like the baker and his dough.
Try plucking, see what that sounds like.
It's like the poet in his study as he sits and has a go. Plucking at his sticky verses like the baker and his dough.
Tugging is better, isn't it?
Tugging is better.
Let's do it tugging, just to check.
Okay. It's like the poet in his study as he sits and has a go, tugging at his sticky verses like the baker and his dough.
No, tugging is better because you can tug.
Tugging at it.
You can tug your dough.
You can.
Yeah. You can tug your words, but you can't pluck. You can't pluck dough.
No, you can't pluck dough.
It's tugging. How do you pluck sticky dough?
I don't know.
You don't pluck it.
I don't think you do.
You tug it.
You pluck chickens.
So should we use tugging?
Plucking
it's
at
tugging
a
then.
sticky chicken. No.
If we keep it up this rate, we'll never get finished.
We'll never get finished.
How
That's
many
true.
words are there in this?
Oh, there's a few.
We've resolved one.
We've resolved one.
Tugging at his sticky verses.
Tugging at his sticky verses.
I had another version of that.
You did.
Tugging at his wordy verses.
Wordy verses. That was nice too. although it swims a bit, right?
Okay, let's go.
It's like the poet and he's in it. It's like the poet in a study as he sits and has a go, tugging at his
Wordy verses.
like the baker and his dough. Wordy makes a nice scoopy kind of.
It is, and it's
Tugging at
good
his
for that.
wordy verses.
But pastry's not wordy.
It's not, yeah.
Tugging at his sticky verses. Like the big. See, that's the trick with the song, is you've got to pick words that are applicable to the poet.
Yes.
And applicable to the baker.
That's right.
So you can have sticky words. You can have a sticky literary problem.
Yeah.
And you can have sticky pastry.
Right.
Or dough. But you can't have wordy dough.
Can't have wordy.
So wordy works for the poet, but it doesn't work
for the baker. That's right, yeah.
We've mixed Spanish and English.
That's right, we do.
Let's do a chorus.
Viva muchos años, Isabel y Fernando, en Wembley esperando. Muchos años vivan Isabel y Fernando, en Wembley esperando.
So give us that lyric again. What's the first line?
Vivan muchos años,
Live for many years.
Isabel y Fernando.
Isabel and Ferdinand.
Yeah. En mueran los tiranos.
And death to the tyrants.
Yeah.
It just sounds better in Spanish.
It does. Well, this, yeah.
It's death to the tyrants. It sounds like some terrible kind of B movie, doesn't it?
It's really hard.
Death to the tyrants.
It's really hard to say that in English, but
Mueran los tiranos.
Mueran los tiranos.
Beautiful,
right?
Yeah.
It's got a beautiful sound. So all the songs actually, other than Poet in a Study, I wrote to the Spanish lyric, and then Laurence had to take that and rework the English to make it fit.
The production's full of incredible choral music that Ed's written, and the chorus of the acting company has got incredible talent in singing. And so we took them all off into a church. What's the church called? Here
St. Joseph's.
We went over to the church in St. Joseph's in Stratford and put hundreds of mics up and had a 3-hour choral session where the company. So people seeing the show, it's great that they understand that all the wonderful choral music they hear is not St. Paul's Cathedral Choir or
No, it's the cast.
from the Vatican.
Members
It's
of
the
the
cast.
cast. So,
I think we should finish this webcast with me and you singing some of that religious music. Which bit can we sing?
which bit can we sing? Do you want to sing? Of course, you have to be the boy soprano.
No, I'm way.
You have to come and hear 3 voices sing it.